Good evening, ghosts and goblins. Welcome to another spooky drive-in movie special from Culture Doom. I'm one of your haunted hosts. My name is Brendan.
I'm your other haunted host. My name is Alex.
I was gonna say it should be like we should have adjectives like boo 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 boo. I sound like Boo Brendan and atrophied Alex or something. Something like that.
Do you know that's something I always hated in school or places where you sit in a circle and you go around, you have to use an adjective to describe yourself that starts with the first letter of your name. And I was always stuck with awesome. I would pick awesome Alex.
I don't know that was really a thing in my life. I would say that and
I was like, this is so stupid.
I don't think that I had that experience. What would I use?
Bodacious.
Bodacious. Thank you. See, that's not. I was gonna say. I think
inebriated.
Inebriated, Brendan.
Inebriated. Yeah.
I like ours better. Atrophied Alex.
And Boo Brendan.
So yeah, we pulled up to the drive-in once again.
What did we pick for dinner tonight to have? Some snacks.
Well, you see, at the drive-in, you usually can bring your own food because they're not gonna get too weird about
searching your car. Like
they're not gonna
Canadian
search your
Border
car.
Police.
It's like, what the fuck is that? This is America.
Yeah.
Where our cars are our own sovereign property.
And there's only 6 drive-in theaters at this point in this country, exactly. So they're like, they better not piss off the people who want to go there.
Please come. Please clap. I actually, so in the olden days of my drive-in theater lifestyle, if we brought food, it would usually be something like, I don't know, like, not Panda Express. No.
Oh, wow.
We would get like takeout Chinese.
Would it be Genho?
Well, it would be more like Dollar Scoop. It wasn't. It was still like fast Chinese, but Panda Express didn't exist in 1993, at least not in the Chicagoland region, as I recall. If I went, I liked buying the food there because they had these shitty cheeseburgers. I think we talk about this every single time we do this fucking drive-in thing. They have shitty cheeseburgers in the little foil wrappers.
Yeah.
Like the envelopes. Mm-hmm. And I loved them. I still love
the hot dogs
them.
that are on the rollers. I mean, it's the same. It's pretty much the same.
The popcorn.
It's the same stuff that you honestly get at like a giant AMC theater, but it just seems like there's this magical aura around getting it there. And I'm pretty sure they also do a much better job of keeping it fresh or having better quality ingredients. Like patties, they probably use better patties.
Did you go to the Cascade Drive-In?
Yes. Okay, that's the only ones I've been to. I've been to one up in Door County. That's outside of Fish Creek. They have one there, and then there's also one down here in Gibson City. That does. Yeah,
we might have to pack up the kids. You, me, and the boys. Erica can stay home.
Yes,
and go see a double feature in your neck of the woods.
That would be fantastic. I mean, the problem is the boys staying awake and stuff.
That's the point. That's why they show it'd be like you come in. They do the double feature. The first movie would be Land Before Time, and then the second movie would be Jason Takes Manhattan. Yeah. But the idea being that the kids fall asleep and then mom and dad get to watch Jason from 9 to midnight or whatever.
Yeah, we had. I remember I saw Jurassic Park in theaters twice. Once was at the theater in, I think it was Wheaton, at Donata Square, and then the second time was at Cascade.
Oh, nice.
But it was the second feature. The first one, however, was the Dennis the Menace movie with Walter Matthau. Yeah,
big oof.
Yeah, and we sat through both.
I saw Terminator 2 for the first time at the drive-in theater.
Oh.
And I remember... Because of that movie, I erroneously extrapolated for some reason that Arnold Schwarzenegger was using a pirate gun in that movie. Because because then we go
like a flintlock pistol.
Yeah, but think of the shape of it. So I
the sawed-off.
I bought the longer flint pistol that you would buy. Remember, like at Disney World, they would have them, or like even like Wisconsin Dells, they would have this.
Yeah, they were like the Davy Crockett with the orange barrel tip.
Yeah. Well, I was younger than that, so there were no the tips were still black.
Yeah, they're still
in my childhood.
Right, I remember they were black still, but then they eventually over time.
But so then all summer I had one and I would like flip it and like twirl it in my hand to be Terminator, even though it was a fucking pirate gun and not a shotgun.
You did have your powder horn and then your bullets and your ramrod. You're like, how does he do this in a movie? He does it really quick.
I was doing it like a time traveling Terminator back in pirate days.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? That's a movie that could use a sequel. Time Cop.
Ooh, Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Jean-Claude Van Damme comes back. Yeah.
It's a good. That was when campy B movies could still be in theaters and make a decent amount of money. Like Robot Jocks was in theaters.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, like these are movies that you think would be just direct to video, but they got decent releases.
Yeah. I mean, you could make them for. I mean, they were on a budget. I mean, it was a healthy budget, but it wasn't something astronomical like nowadays where you're making you have to put down at least a third of $1 billion just to make it and stuff. But yeah, they could definitely make some buku bucks, not just in theaters, but also pretty decent aftermarket, rental sales and stuff.
Well, that's the big one. Nobody's making money off of DVD or Blu-ray or VHS sales anymore, and so fucking Netflix ruined everything. But we're not here to talk about Netflix. We're here to take a look at Death Screams from 1982.
82. How old were you back then?
I had not been born. I was -1.
-1.
Were you born in 82?
I was born. I'm 3 weeks older than you, dude.
So you were born in 83.
Yes. I'm an Aquarius.
I'm a Pisces. I'm glad that you know that so quickly. Why do you know that so quickly?
Because I know that.
Sounds like witchcraft.
It might be.
Catholic Jesus would not approve of this.
Catholic Jesus. What about Japanese Jesus?
Japanese Jesus has a Japanese wife and I think is buried in Japan. So I don't think that he qualifies.
What did he give out to people during his Sermon on the Mount? Was it like
Botan rice candy?
Botan rice candy. If he took a trip to Hawaii, it would be Spam Musubis.
Yeah, Spam Musubi.
Like,
well, fun fact, Japanese Jesus invented Spam Musubi.
It's like, teacher, we only have 2 Spam Musubi for all these very, very hungry, very, very irate Samoans. Oh.
Loaves and fishes. Loaves and fishes. What was it? 5 fish and 2 loaves? 2 loaves and 5 fish?
I think it was 2 fish and 5 loaves.
Gotcha. And then they just kept like grabbing more out of the bag.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah.
I had like little paper cutouts for that story. I don't remember why.
Cool. Yeah.
I don't know why. Anyway,
yes.
Death Screams from 1982, directed by David Nelson.
Ooh.
David Nelson, son of
Ricky
Ozzy
Nelson.
and Harriet
Ricky
Nelson.
Ricky Nelson?
Well, Ricky Nelson's his brother.
Oh, it's his brother. Oh, okay.
Ozzy and Harriet of
Nelson.
The Adventures of Ozzy and Harriet are his parents, and I think Ricky would be his brother.
Okay, Ricky Nelson. Yeah, he was the one that he came out of that big.
And Ricky Nelson died at the age of 45.
Yikes.
In Texas. I don't know the circumstances, but I know that he died young.
Snake in his boot.
Arrow to the knee. What are you drinking exactly tonight?
I'm having some of that Anak that you brought me.
You still have that? Man,
yes.
You are that's over or almost a year old.
Yeah, I know. It's fantastic. 46%.
I love how... So Alex and I spent some time together last... a couple of weeks ago. And the previous time we hung out together, we were kind of naughty and finished a bottle alone together. And so I was like, we're not going to get in trouble this time. We're going to be responsible and not finish this bottle. We didn't finish the bottle. There was exactly 1 pour each left the next day.
That's what I was surprised. I was like, I woke up the next morning, I'm like, and I thought like,
we finished it the next night instead.
I wasn't certain if we did finish it. I didn't know how much was left, and I was looking for it. I'm going like, I can't find it. Did he take it? He's never taken it before. I'm like, no, how much of a lush has it become that he took the bottle? It's like
I didn't take it. It was in the garbage.
Okay, yeah, but I didn't know. I thought it was like that bread that George Costanza's parents take back because nobody ate it and stuff. I thought that was it. And then I started going shifting through the trash like a homeless person, and then I found it, and then I ate the eclair that was on top of the trash heap too, because it was right there on the doily.
I giggled because I was like, I'm gonna go get that whiskey because we had been drinking Busch Light, and I was like, I'm gonna get that whiskey. Let's have that whiskey. And then I got it and poured it, and I thought, oh. It looked like more in the bottle, and then after I poured it, there wasn't anything there, and that was sad. Because then I was like, I want more.
Yeah,
but there wasn't. So, well, I'm glad that the Anak has held out this long. The other thing, this is the second time Alex and I have tried to do this because the last time we watched a really, really bad movie, and Alex was sick, and I don't think either of us drank during that episode.
No, I was drinking water.
Green tea. Yeah,
I was just having water.
So
I don't remember much of that. I just remember Elizabeth Hurley was in that. And
did you take NyQuil also?
Yes, I did take NyQuil before the thing. That's why.
Oh God. Yeah, I'm drinking Evan Williams small batch tonight.
Oh, very nice.
Just slightly better than their normal bottle. Not much. It's like $5 more. It's not exactly a giant leap in quality, but it's interesting. It's a little, it's very marshmallowy. Is what I would describe it as. But anyway, funny thing about this movie that we're about to watch, Alex. I looked at the IMDb trivia to see if there was anything interesting. Of the 3 entries for trivia, 2 of them just call out what the pornography that they're looking at in the movie is. So the first entry is just about the police officer taking pictures at the final scene is an actual sheriff, blah, 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 blah. Boring. Nothing. The next 2. The Penthouse magazine scene next to the Hustler magazine has a publication date of May 1981 with a cost of $2.50 with Lisa Capuano on the cover. And then the second entry, the Hustler magazine the young boy hides behind his yellow polo shirt is a publication date of May 1981 with a cost of $3.50.
Wow.
Thank you, pervert on the internet who decided to add that to the trivia for Death Screams.
Do you think he just copy-pasted that from like Mr. Skin or something?
He probably is he was a porn collector aficionado and was looking and was like, I know what that Penthouse is. Penthouse is a pornography that I'm very unfamiliar with. Because Hustler was like just hardcore.
Yeah, it was basically Penthouse or Playboy was kind of like the peak of like the tip of the pyramid, the capstone. And then Penthouse was sort of next level down, but at times kind of somewhat parallel to it.
Was Penthouse more explicit?
I think Penthouse may have been the very first one that showed pubic hair.
Ooh.
But in a very tasteful way. Because I think both of them were competing. They had Playboy Playmates, and then they had the Penthouse Pets was another one. I don't know what Hustler's called, and Hustler was just kind of, Larry Flint's whole thing and stuff. Was just,
Penthouse still exists.
Yeah, Penthouse still exists. I don't know if Guccione is still doing much of that stuff day to day because he's pretty much up there too at the same time in terms of age. But yeah, it's compared to Playboy is the one that took the lead. That's but then after that is a whole bunch. I'd love to see what the circulation numbers is for some of those magazines still.
Subscribe to Penthouse magazine. Print 6 issues for $25. 12 issues for $42.95. Or you can do digital issues. It's the same price. It's actually $4 or 4 cents more for digital.
I would just get paper.
Yeah, I want physical media.
Anyways,
I remember. I guess I haven't been to a place that sells magazines in a million years.
I see them sometimes at gas stations, like truck stops and stuff like that. They will still have that, in the magazine rack, but it's towards the back with the
They put the plastic over.
Plastic, yeah.
I guess they did that when we were kids too, but there was always one that was out.
Right, yeah. There's the sample size.
I've said this before, but the trick to being a kid at Borders or Barnes & Noble is not to worry about the fucking Playboys or Penthouse magazines.
Mm-hmm.
Go to the photography art section. Those books are right there, and they show just as much or more than was in any of. So my mom was like, wow, he's a really big fan of photography when I was a kid.
And you also own a copy of, what is that, 1,000
1,000 Nudes. That was a book that I looked at in like 4th grade or something at Walden Books. That left a lasting impression in my young mind.
Walden B. Dalton.
1,000 Nudes by Taschen. Taschen is the publisher.
Of all the bookstore chains that survived, that I didn't want to survive, it's Barnes & Noble that survived.
It is weird. Borders was far superior to Barnes & Noble.
Absolutely.
Is it because of the fucking Nook? The Kindle.
No.
Right? No, Kindle is Amazon.
They have the Nook. Theirs was the Nook.
Nook, okay.
Yeah, the Nook.
Huh. Well, that wasn't anything then.
And I
really
think
never...
people, I think at that point, people were like, oh, this is kind of neat. You can do all this stuff. And then all the tablets started just being like, hey, you can do it on our tablet too, and you can also surf the internet. And the Nook was like kind of specifically built just for digital books. And people were already saying, this is idiotic. Why do you want to do this and destroy your own company business model? So you can't do pop-up books with a Nook. Sorry.
There's still a Barnes & Noble in Chicago. Mm-hmm. Borders is long gone.
Borders is long gone, dude.
Anyhow, we're not here to look into the past. Oh, wait, we are. We're here to watch Death Screams 1982 at a drive-in movie. Yep. Theater,
our Barnes & Noble here in Champaign is now the Binny's Beverage Depot of Champaign.
That makes sense.
Yeah. A lot of square footage.
I can see that now that because I've been to that Binny's multiple times.
Yeah, you understand that.
Anyway, Alex, are you ready to sit back, relax, lean in and cuddle under the blankets and watch
Penthouse
Death Screams?
Okay, yes.
From 1982.
That's right. Okay. Certainly.
Yep. I think it's gotten dark enough outside. Probably gonna fire up the projector and start the show.